morning, students. This is Suman Chaswal, your English teacher. How are all of you? Fine? I'm good too. So, last class I had given you an exercise on fill in the present form of the tense, and I've given you some sentences and given you some clues which tense to fill in, and I hope you all completed that exercise and evaluated yourself. So today I'm going to give you a class on the next tense, that is past tense. Okay, so let's get started. Now, next is past tense. In the same way like in present tense, past also has 4 kinds. Okay, it will become very easy for you to understand now that you've understood the present. The past also will become very easy to understand. So, simple past we will denote it by PA, short form. Okay, simple past or past indefinite it is called. Then past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. Same 4 kinds. It was present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Here it is simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Okay. Now the rule. First the rule. What is the rule for this thing? Was / were or V2, verb in the second form. We always use in the past, simple past, verb in the second form. For example, let's take the first one. I was hungry. Okay. So, we are using, so this sentence is in simple past because we have used was. Okay. Let's take word. The boys were happy. Okay, we have used were. So this sentence is in simple past. The boys were happy. Let's take verb in the second form. I went to my grandmother's house yesterday. So we have used went. Went is the second form of go, went, gone. Okay, V2. So I went to my grandmother's house yesterday. So we're talking about an action in the past. Where do we use simple past? When we are talking about generally about the past, we use simple past. I went to the market. Yesterday I ate Chinese, right? I played with my friend. I read a book. I studied late. See, I'm using the past form, the verb in the second form. Okay, I bought a shirt. Buy, bought. I bought a shirt. My father brought me a cycle. Okay, so we use the second form of the verb. We're talking about an action which is in the past, done in the past. We use simple past. Okay. Now come to past continuous. Past continuous, first let's write the rule. Was, were, continuous. I told you continuous is always when action is going on. Was, were plus V1 ing, not V2. Remember, ing we can only put it with the verb in the first form. Eating, playing, studying, going, running and so on. Okay. So was plus verb, were for plural. Okay. I was waiting at the bus stop. Any action going on. Okay. So I was waiting means the action was going on. You're standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus to come. I was waiting at the bus stop. Was and ing. Waiting. Verb in the first form. Wait. What are the 3 forms of wait? Wait, waited, waited. Now come to word. The monkeys were climbing up the tree. The monkeys were climbing up the tree. Word climbing, because we're talking plural, monkeys. So action going on. They're climbing up the tree. They're going on climbing up the tree. So action going on. Okay. The monkeys were climbing up the tree. Okay. Now come to the past perfect. Had plus verb V3. Had plus verb in the third form. Okay. Any action done in the past and completed. Okay. For example, I had completed my work, or I can say my homework, before sleeping. Before sleeping, I had completed. Had plus V3 means I had finished my work before going to sleep. Okay, so work action done and completed. Let's take another subject. My teacher had scolded the boys for making a noise. The teacher had scolded for the boys for making a noise. The boys were making noise, so she scolded them. In the past, talking about an action which is done and complete. The teacher had scolded. Scolded means to shout at, get angry with. Okay. What are the three forms? Scold, scolded, scolded. Okay. So the teacher had scolded the boys for making a noise. I had completed my homework before sleeping. Had plus V3. Okay. Now come to present perfect continuous. Had plus been plus verb in the first form ing. Okay. And here we also use, like in present, for and since. Same way, here it does not tell you about any time duration. Here it tells you about a time duration. Okay. Some duration of time. Here we just say he was playing, he was running, they were sitting in the garden, but we don't know when or what time. But here we come to know about some time. Okay. It had been raining all day. I can say like this, it had been raining all day, or I can say it had been raining for 2 hours yesterday. We're talking about an action in the past when it was going on, that for 2 hours continuously it was raining, but yesterday. It had been raining for 2 hours yesterday. Okay. So I've used had plus been plus verb in the first form ing. What are the three forms of rain? Rain, rain, rained. Okay. I had been living in Delhi for 5 years, but now I have shifted to good. I have shifted to Lucknow. Okay. I had been living in Delhi for 5 years. Had been means now I am not living. Okay, in the past. But I lived for 5 years. But now I have shifted. So you can see here I have used present perfect continuous, and have shifted I've used because I'm talking about now. Now I have shifted. That means now I am in Lucknow. Now I have shifted present perfect to Lucknow. So I had been living in Delhi for 5 years, but now I have shifted to Lucknow. Okay. So these were the four tenses of the four kinds of tenses of the past: simple past or past indefinite, was, were, or verb in the second form. Past continuous was, were plus V1 ing. Past perfect had plus V3. Past perfect continuous had plus been plus verb in the first form ing. and we use for and still. I can write some examples here so that when you write it down, you can also note them down. He was playing. The boys were laughing. Okay, now let's use some here past perfect so that you draw this flow chart. I always want that my students should draw the flow chart because it really helps in learning. I had finished my work. The boys had eaten dinner. Okay. I had been living in Dwarka, in Delhi for 5 years. It had been raining yesterday. Okay, so these are the examples of the different kinds of past tense sentences. Simple present or simple past, past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. Okay students, so please draw this flow chart, write down the rules. These are the rules, you must write them down and then do the examples. Okay, and in the next class I will give you, like today I have given you for the present, the same way I will give you for past, so that it will be a recap for you to again go through the tenses. Okay, so kindly do this and note down the flow chart. It will help you. Okay, so thank you students, and don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and God bless all of you.